Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a discussion on major seventh chords for the guitar. A major seventh chord is a beautiful sounding chord. It's constructed by playing the first, third, fifth and seventh notes out of a major scale together. So that's a C major seventh chord. If you want to get your mind around what does it sound like in a song, think of the famous song by the Beatles called Something, written by George Harrison. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Now, that opening chord progression was C to C major 7. Now, all I had to do there was introduce a B natural, a standard B, into a C chord. So on the guitar in first position, simply lift up your index finger and there's a B, the open string. Now the third chord in that classic by the Beatles is a C seventh chord in this key, a dominant seventh. Often those two types of chords get confused. Major seventh is 1, 3, 5, 7. A dominant seventh, or just a standard seventh chord, is 1, 3, 5, 7 flat. So if B was the seventh note, B flat has to be the seventh note flattened. That has a different sound altogether. And if I play that first three chords in the Beatles' Something again, have a listen to those three chords. Major, major seventh, seventh. Very unique sounding chords, great sounding chords. Today we're focusing on that major seventh chord and we're looking for a movable shape, because whilst that's easy to play on the guitar there, if we wanted to play that upper semitone in the key of C sharp, none of those shapes work. None of them work, because we've got open strings that didn't move when we shifted our chord shapes up that fret. So we've got to find a shape where we can use what they call closed positions. Let's change into the key of A major. Now if I play Something by the Beatles in that key, something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. So we've got, a different sounding pitch of the song, but there's our A major 7th, A 7th. Look at the shape for A major 7th. We have to get that G sharp into an A chord. So what I do is I simply swap my index finger and my second finger. So here we've got the standard A chord on a guitar, A, E, A, C sharp, E. What we need to do is replace the high A with a G sharp. So we put our index finger on G sharp, leave our third finger on C sharp, put our second finger up on E. So A major 7th. And then if we want to play a A 7th chord, just lift up the index finger. That shape, if we now play it without our index finger, exactly the same shape, we've now got a movable major 7th chord. So A major 7th, B flat major 7th, B major 7th, C major 7th, whatever you want to play. It's based off of the note on the 5th string of the guitar. So if we're looking for a C sharp major 7th, create that shape and focus on where your index finger on the 5th string is playing the name of the chord you're looking for. C sharp major 7th. If I want E flat, I think, well, where's E flat on the 5th string? It's there. There's an E flat major 7th. Another song that will really help get your mind around the sound of major to major 7th is Raindrops. So, raindrops keep falling on my head, I'm just like a guy whose feet are, and so on. Very famous song by B.J. Thomas originally, but here in Australia, John Farnham had a huge hit with that, and he is one of our most famous singers in the land down under. So it's another song, if you do some research on YouTube for Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head or Something by the Beatles, the first two chords in both of those songs is major to major 7th. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've learnt one way, and there's multiple shapes that we can do for the major 7th chord. We'll do that in another volume, but for today we've learnt one way we can play any major 7th chord that you want to play. Bye for now.